Consistent content creation paired with selling digital products can change your life in 6 months, literally. And if you'd like a comprehensive guide that will get you going in 5 days, hitting the ground running, check out the first link in the description below this video. You'll be able to get access to some information that will show you how to set up a solid foundation, setting you up for long-term success. Okay? Now, the reason I'm sharing this video is because of the fact that too many beginners, right? Too many people who, they've discovered, selling, the whole process of, or how lucrative selling digital products can be, right? And, obviously paired with content creation. And too many times, I see it more times than I care to remember, right? Beginners will get started and they'll go at it for a couple weeks, maybe a month, tops, maybe. Well, I shouldn't say tops, but they'll go at it for, not enough time, right? And they end up quitting long before, they basically end up quitting too soon, okay? And unfortunately, this has been, brought about probably by the fact that there are a lot of people promising maybe false overnight riches, right? Like literally, you can get in and start making thousands of dollars within a few days, or or like a week, stuff like that, right? So people come in with the wrong expectations, okay? If you come in with the right expectations and give yourself um, a decent amount of time, right, where you're putting in honest, hard, consistent work, right? Not here today, gone tomorrow, or here for a few days and then then you take off for like a few, a couple weeks and then you come back. No, I'm talking about consistent content creation, multiple times a week for an extended period of time. As a matter of fact, if I'm being completely honest, I would say to give yourself the best possible chance, I'm talking about daily content creation for 6 months straight, right? You're just pumping out content, the right type of content, of course, right? In relation to whatever niche your digital product is that you're selling, right? Whether it's your product or whether you're selling it as an affiliate, doesn't really matter. The process is almost the same. I mean, they're just nuanced little differences in terms of like how you may present the product if it's yours versus if it's somebody else's. But the general overall approach is the same in terms of your, how much work you got to put in. If you can go for 6 months, and this is 6 months is just the minimum, okay? 6 months is the minimum to really give this a fair shake and see how things work, right? And ideally, you want to be looking, you want to you want to actually have the attitude to commit to this for like a year, okay? For a year. But 6 months, I would say, is the bare minimum, all right? Of course, is that to say that it's not possible to start seeing some really good results before of course not. I've seen people who have come on and get results a lot sooner. Others, it takes them a little bit longer, right? We're all different. We all learn at different, at different paces, right? So the other thing too, I'll tell you is, don't fall into the trap of comparing yourself and expecting to have certain results because you might have seen such and such, or so this other person, get their results in X amount of time, right? What you need to do is come in, put your head down, focus on you, right? Focus on the work that you've got to put in, right? Focus on the work that you've got to put in, and on a consistent basis, every single day. Now, of course, it depends what social media platforms you're creating your content on. Obviously, something like YouTube is going to be a little bit more daunting, right? A little bit more of a process to create content every single day. But on other, on the other platforms that cater more to short form content, right? Like the likes of Instagram and TikTok and Facebook, when it's like, say, Facebook Reels, so all those type of platforms, Pinterest as well, okay? You want to be creating content every single day, right? Every single day. And the people that I have seen have the most success. I'm talking about, when I say the most success, I'm talking about people who've just blown my results out of the water, right? The people that I have seen have the most success are people that I have come in and have consistently posted like at least three at the minimum, right? Three pieces of short form content every single day without fail. And on the surface, it might seem like it's an extremely like it may seem like it's a lot of work, but when you think about it, it's not as crazy. It's not as crazy as it might seem on the surface, right? It's not like we're creating three long form YouTube videos with all the production and all that type stuff, right? I'm talking about 5 to 7 second videos, right? Reels that you're posting on all, on the various platforms that in fact, some people even just go on one, right? Whether it's Instagram, they focus on Instagram or focus on TikTok. But I'm telling you, if you go through Instagram, at TikTok, Facebook Reels, Pinterest, bear in mind these videos that you're creating, they can be repurposed, and the same video that you create can be used on all four of those platforms that I just mentioned. And you can even throw YouTube into the mix now, because YouTube has shorts now as well, right? So those five platforms, if you are consistently posting content, creating content on all those platforms every single day, right? For 6 months straight, promoting one digital product or two or three max, whatever the case may be, right? The more focused, the more laser focused you are on, on one product, the more your efforts are being concentrated on one thing, right? As opposed to going wide and wide with no depth, right? You're just going wide, spreading your efforts thin, where you're spreading your efforts amongst multiple digital products, right? For the first 6 months, if you're just starting, you're a beginner, go go focus, laser focus and deep, okay? And you do that by going after like one product or two or three max. But even if you do go after multiple, you should have one that is your main core focus, right? Your main core offer, right? And go after that for 6 months, every single day for 6 months straight, and then see how things really look after that. Okay, see how things look after that. Now, is this a promise? Is this a guarantee? Absolutely not. Okay, absolutely not. All the You never know with all the different with the algorithms and all the different platforms and how things can change. And there's all the hoopla about TikTok getting banned and all that type of stuff. So you never really know, right? And that reminds me, okay, that reminds me, with reference to, like, say TikTok and all these different platforms, they could be here today, gone tomorrow. A lot of them they'll be here for a while, but to safeguard your efforts, right, so that you don't lose your business overnight, what you really want to do is get all the attention that you can get through your content creation, right? And that get people off of these platforms and bring them into your sphere of influence, right? With your own way of being able to communicate with them through something that you own, right? And what am I talking about here? I'm talking about email marketing, right? So you want to get people off of these platforms onto your own email list, which you own and control, right? Such that if any of these platforms, or for whatever reason, if they disappear, you still have contacts. People can still find you that way. They can still get in touch with you that way. You can still reach out to those that you've gotten on your email list, so that if a platform disappears, right, or they change the rules and they don't allow you to do certain things, right, things that were beneficial to your business at one point, but now you can't do them anymore, at least you have your own email list, your own audience that you control. Okay. So now, while looking for an alternative or looking for a different way to start to gather more traffic, at least you have your own email list that you have built and put together such that you can stay in communication with your audience and provide them with all the help that they need and provide them with whatever, we're solving problems here, right? So I would actually tell you, speaking of solving problems, if you want to learn how to actually do that stuff, right, know how to build your own email list and use content creation on all the different social media platforms to build your own email list, and then in turn use that to sell more digital products. As I mentioned earlier in this video, check out that first link in the description below this video. It will teach you how to do all this stuff that I've talked about, okay? It will show you how to set yourself up for long-term success, okay? So check it out. First link in the description below this video. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, as always, put them in the comment section below, and I will be sure to answer. All right, thank you ever so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I will catch you in my next video. Thanks again for watching. Ciao.